Well, hello there, YouTubers, spiritual YouTubers, and thanks for joining my channel. Um, I'm on a wonderful spiritual journey. Uh, Once you're on that journey, you don't look back. You keep looking for ways to expand your mind, alter your consciousness, get deeper with meditation, get deeper within yourself, and continue to surround yourself with like-minded individuals. And also just knowing knowing the answers to things, you know. And once you start surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, and you start hearing things like, from one example for me was I started hearing this talk about DMT, right? So, I mean, it's been around forever. It's been around since the 70s, but all of a sudden I just started hearing everybody talk about this DMT. I mean, I was barely even familiar with mushrooms. I mean, I've done it, but I had did it, but I started doing that again on the spiritual side of things, and so obviously mushrooms is an amazing experience. You can just have it and enjoy it, you can just enjoy the time on it. Like you do a gram of it, it's pretty cool. You're pretty laid back, and there's nothing too intense about it. It's a pretty nice feeling. You can go 2.5 grams. That's even more intense, but yet you're still very much in control. That's the most I've done to the extent. Very much in control, and still an amazing experience. Um, and yeah, but then there's something called an NDMT, and then there's which is the spirit molecule, and then there's another one called 5-MeO DMT, which is the God molecule. The God molecule. Now, the difference between the two is NN-DMT is definitely more of a visual, like you're hallucinating. You're seeing multiple things. Just I don't know what you're like. I mean, it's just you're seeing 1,000 different things going on at once, and visually, it's just amazing. And we'll get into the 5-MeO later, but I mean, you want your world to be rocked upside down. Like you think that you've seen everything, you think that you understand everything, and you think you've seen cool stuff. Like I've seen the Grand Canyon. I've seen like Maya's Bay in Thailand was beautiful. I mean, I've seen the Colosseum in Rome. I've seen, I mean, some of the like the Niagara Falls. Your seventh wonders of the world. Like I mean, I've been to Iceland. But of all my experiences, I mean, these are just travel things I'm talking about. But like, I mean, if you want to talk about like most amazing, incredible, scary, most amazing experience I've ever had in my life would be from NNDMT. And reason being is because you go in and there's nothing the mind can compare it to. Absolutely nothing. It's never seen anything like this before. It has nothing to compare it to. And it happens so quickly, and then you're out of it. So basically, I did this about 2 months ago, and I had mixed feelings about making any videos about it, but I continue to think about it every day, and I think about how scary and chaotic, but yet how it was just the most amazing thing. It's like serenity and bliss. I mean, to see what I saw it was out of this world, you know? And you start questioning, like, well, is that what is truly going on around us at all times? You know? I mean, the things that are going on currently around us that we can't see, I mean, there is energy constantly around us. We can't see it, you know? But, I mean, what happens when you smoke? I mean, so I smoked basically, right? And in order to get full release, they say you have to have about 4 hauls of from a pipe. Now, as soon as you do the one haul, um, it hits you right away. Like you start seeing things move. You're starting to hallucinate. If you can make it to the fourth one, then that's pretty much you're gonna get like full release, out of body experience, shamanic death. Whatever you knew as yourself is gone. Right? There's no more yourself. There's no recollection of you as a person. As soon as it hit me, I multiple pictures, thousand things going on at once. Started seeing faces, started going around, things started moving. Got shot out to a place. Um, I don't know. I all I can remember was I don't know what's going on. There was all this confusion. If you were to ask me what my name was, I would have been like, I don't know. I didn't know I was in a DMT session, and I had about 4.5 minutes of straight up confusion. I was on underneath blindfold, and that was just pure confusion for me, and scared because you don't know anything. I didn't know anything that was going on. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what was happening. And then as soon as I took off the blindfold, then I'm in this like fourth dimensional world. I'm still aware of my surroundings, and I'm still in a living room with my shaman, but yet I'm in a fourth dimensional world, like not three, 4 dimensional world, right? And even the air had layers to it. You could almost see like layers to the air, and then everything I was looking at was alive. And you can get the same reaction through like mushrooms, right? You can see that every inch of you can see the sparkles sometimes through mushrooms. You can see like the air is alive. You can see like the plants were alive, but I mean everything was completely alive, but yet blended together, right? And even I remember looking down at my hands, and they looked like I looked like a dwarf, to be honest with you, and they were short too, but then my shaman was she wasn't human either, you know. She looked like kind of like an avatar, maybe times 10. Her head wasn't even on her body, right? It was more like her body was in waves. They say that energy is kind of like moves in waves. Her body was very wavy, and but I never at one point I was ever scared. I wasn't. I thought, my goodness, this is amazing. Like, never seen this before in my life. This is incredible, and so but you know, even so some people say, well, how long does it last? And after I would say 15 minutes, like you're pretty much out of it, right? Like you're pretty much back to normal. I would say even at the 8 minute mark, I was still very confused. I still didn't know what was really going on. I even asked the question, what's going on here? And my shaman said to me, well, you know, you're here in Toronto, and you just took some NMDMT, and there was still like confusion. But yet I'm still experiencing all this beauty, and it was incredible. But anyway, I remember seeing. It's so hard to tell you what I experienced, but all I know is that afterwards it was just like I had to just kind of sit back and kind of keep to myself for like a day and a half, because it was just so intense. Like I guess intense is a word. Very intense, very chaotic, and but yet serenity and bliss. Like, craziest thing I've ever done. And but I felt afterwards that my energy was, I felt open. I went in with the intention to remove blockages. This was not, oh, let's have a good time and let's get high and feel freaking good. Like, you do not do this to get kicks out of it. You go in with the intention, okay, this is what I want to do. I wrote a couple paragraph sentences. Like, I had some things I wanted to work on, and I feel like some of those things got addressed. But then afterwards, I felt very open and clear, and it's weird because then I started attracting like really good energy around me, like people through just good energy in general, like I would say it really opened things up for me, and it started giving me confidence in the things I needed to work on. So then I decided that I would try 5-MeO DMT, and they call that the spirit molecule. And like at first, I thought, wow, I don't know if I'll ever do it again because it was just like so intense. And then I so a month later, I went scheduled a to do a 5-MeO, and I'll be honest with you, I was I looked at too many videos like the ones you're looking at now, and I thought I was gonna be ready, but yet I'll be honest with you, still did it, but I didn't do full release. I didn't want to like lose control. You literally have to surrender yourself, and I couldn't do this time. Like I felt like I rushed everything too much. So my recommendation is if you truly want to do this, if you want to do 5-MeO, um, first of all, it's an experience of getting rid of the ego. 5-MeO is, it's even though I felt I accomplished that with NNDMT, like I felt like I got stripped myself down of everything. But this like they say that 5-MeO is the God molecule, and it strips the ego down. So whatever you grew up thinking, your views about yourself and the world, and that's all shattered. And a lot of people say they experience a lot of love and wholeness and and everything being one in infinity, like non-duality. It's everything is the same. Everything is one. And I knew it was going to be an amazing experience, but I'll be honest with you. I had did some. I'm gonna start a different video for this, but I had did some holotropic breath work beforehand, and my shaman decided to show me that, and um, I'm very happy she did because that blew me away more so than the DMT. Something so natural and was so intense and so amazing that, mark my words, and in some time I'll eventually get certified in this, and I'm going to show. I can't wait to have workshops where people can experience holotropic breath work. But anyway, I wanted to just come in here and let you know that um, if you're looking for a wonderful spiritual experience, uh, and you're ready for it, and you want to expand your mind, and you want to make yourself stronger, then try it. Then try the DMT, but it's nothing to make light of it. Okay, like it can be a scary experience, but just be willing to let go. Willing, let the universe show you what it wants to show you, and it'll be good for you. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and yeah, your life will never be the same. Okay, guys, thank you.